Come on, Annie. Let's go to the movies.
This is the Cinereelists episode 622. My name is Kyle.
My name is James.
And my name is Zach.
And we're here to talk movies, movie lists, and movie obsession for the next hour or so. How's it going, guys?
Going good.
Good.
Pretty good.
I came to a realization recently.
What's that?
And that is we are celebrating 10 years of Cinereelists. And I don't think we've made a big point of that or had planned anything special whatsoever.
No, we didn't plan anything. We said something on that 10th anniversary, but that's about it.
That was about it, yeah.
Sure.
Where's the fanfare?
I mean, what do you want, Kyle?
I mean, I don't know. I wanted I wanted stats. Like if you listened to every episode of Cinereelists since it came out, you've spent, and then you tell us how many days, and we have to argue about how many work days that actually is. And
I don't think Kyle pays attention when we record this podcast because we 100% did that.
We
January.
did, really?
Yes. Do you remember this, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that.
Was I there?
Like 8 episodes ago. First episode in January. We did that.
Oh, everything.
Kyle is getting old.
It just comes in and goes out. If it's not worth storing, it just flushed out. Limited capacity.
I can't remember anything.
Welcome to the podcast, Kyle.
We did that for The Hangover for
100%. We did it a few weeks later for 2023, but we also did all time. Do you want me to refresh your memory on how long, Kyle?
No, because apparently everyone else has already heard this except for me.
Okay.
So.
I think it was like a month, if not more than that.
Okay.
If you were to listen from one side to another. So.
Well, this is a great introduction.
I love that you forgot about that. That you have no memory of this happening.
No memory of this happening.
Not that long ago, Kyle.
I only store what's important, and apparently James and his numbers are not important to me.
Sure. I mean, I like that the one thing I actually did for the 10-year anniversary was the thing you wanted me to do and did. That makes me feel good for sure. Welcome to episode 622 of the Cinereelists podcast. On this podcast, we talk about movies and also lists of movies. We are the most prolific list-based movie podcast on the internet. I'm pretty sure. But don't know that for a fact. Do you think that's definitely true?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean there was a sister podcast, The Countdown, that was inspired by us, and they're still going, and they're probably 8 years into it, I imagine.
Wow.
Because it was pretty early days for us that they started theirs. But those are the only 2 that I know of that are week after week list based. So so we're going to talk movies. We're also going to talk some lists, and we're going to run down our Oscar picks for this year's Oscars. The 2023 Oscars, we probably had this argument before too. Is this the 2024 Oscars or the 2023 Oscars?
2023 Oscars.
Okay.
Right.
That are held in 2024.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we're going to do our Oscar picks for. We're going to list what should have won as well as what will win. And then after that night, a few weeks from now, we will find out who won. You can join us on this journey by joining our Oscar pool. Is that what they call them? Oscar pool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can do that by going to a link. This is a link in the description of this episode, either on YouTube or your podcast app of choice. Just go to the description. There will be a link right in there. You click that link. It'll take you to a website where you just register. It'll drop you right in our group. You make your picks. And then on Oscar night, we'll have some fun figuring out who of all of us have made the best picks. Are we also going to do Discord again? Hang out in the Discord during...
Yeah, we can do that
Wednesday.
again. We did that a couple years ago.
Okay.
I'd also like to point out that only one of the Cinereelists has so far made their ballot on that website. So If you
Right.
want to join the one Cinereelist who has done it, come on in.
Well, I don't
I'm
want to
going
give
to
away
do
my
it.
list yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not going to listen to the show if they see my ballot on the website.
I literally made my ballot that we're going to go over in a few minutes, like 15 minutes before we were recorded.
I also want to clarify that this is the 2024 Oscars, according to the www.oscars.org website.
Oh, yeah. It's not the 2023 Oscars. How dare you, Zach?
2023
Yeah.
Oscars was last year. It's confusing. Yes, the year that the ceremony takes place in is the year that they call the Oscars.
Sure.
It's
Even
the
though it's
2024
for movies.
Oscars for the 2023 movies.
Sure. It's at least not as complicated as the Emmys. The Emmys, for some reason, when they gave out Emmys this year, they were giving it out to The Bear season 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. Season 2 has aired already, but for some reason they're like way behind, or I don't know how it works.
It's because of
Interesting.
like how they do the whatever season or whatever time period you're not available for nomination, and then when the ceremony takes place after that, it's like there's a 1.5 year gap between when the shows come out and when the Emmys are awarded.
Right.
Didn't the pandemic Oscars one year go across like a 15-month time span?
Yes, the pandemic Oscars did include movies from 2020 and the first couple months of 2021. So the 2021 Oscars actually had 2021 movies in it.
It's very interesting.
And that's because they just didn't have that many, right? In 2020, because they didn't release movies for half the year.
Right. 'Cause I think things just got pushed. So they just were able to, like, let's push out a couple months.
Sure. I miss the Warner Brothers days during the pandemic when we would get a theater release movie on streaming.
I mean, what'd you
Once
miss?
a month.
Like Wonder Woman 1984 or
I'm not saying any of them were particularly good, although
Okay.
Dune 1 was a part of that group.
yeah, I mean, that was a good one. I'm trying to think of another one that I was excited about of those.
The Matrix was in that group, even though it wasn't super good.
Right.
Matrix
You can
4.
use the word excited.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Anyway, before we get into our Oscar picks for the 2024 Oscars Academy Awards, I need to remind you there's a video version of this podcast on YouTube. Go check it out. Search Cinereelists, find us there, and watch while you listen. You could also support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Cinereelists. Support us there. Get extra after show audio. You can also leave us an Apple Podcast review, 5 stars only, please. And also leave us an email at heyguys@cinereelist.com, REEL with an S on the end. Send a comment, question, list suggestion, etc., etc. We love getting email, and we'll discuss it on a future episode of the podcast. You guys ready to jump in to our Oscar picks?
Yeah.
Let's dive in.
Let's do it. We're going to just kind of bounce back and forth on these. Try to be as brisk as we can. If you absolutely need to say something to explain your pick, then do that, but make it quick. All right, let's jump into this. Starting with production design. The nominees are Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I picked Will and Should for Poor Things.
I'll let Kyle go.
No, I would love to hear what Zach had to say next. Because
Okay.
I'm just going to adjust all my picks based on what you guys have to say.
I picked Will and Should Barbie.
I also picked Will and Should for Barbie.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys are on the same page?
We may not tie.
I am not. Zach, tell us about animated short film.
Animated short film. The nominees are Letter to a Pig, 95 Senses, Our Uniform, Pachyderm, and War is Over, inspired by the music of John and Yoko. And I think War is Over, inspired by the music of John and Yoko, will win, but I think Letter to a Pig should win.
Once again, Zach, you and I are locked in. I haven't seen any of these, but definitely Letter to a Pig is going to be the winner, but I really wish it was War is Over.
Oh, I had it
Three.
flopped. I said War is Over is going to win.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Then I think War is Over should and Letter to a Pig will.
I'm in agreement with Zach. I said Letter to a Pig should, despite having no basis for that whatsoever, other than Other than the name intrigued me. And I think War
Yeah.
is Over will just because of the name recognition in the title of the movie.
It's all caps, so why not?
Yep, exactly.
Kyle, live action short film.
Yep, for live action short film, the nominees are The After, Invincible, Night of Fortune, Red, White, and Blue, and The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. And I've seen Henry Sugar, so that should and will win.
I think it will and
Okay.
should win as well.
Same here. Will and should. All right, we got sound. The options are Creator, Maestro, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 Oppenheimer, or The Zone of Interest. This one's clear to me. Will and should. The Zone of Interest.
I have not seen The Zone of Interest, but I have heard that it has sound, and so I'm going to pick it as my will and should.
Okay.
I just want to say that James said the movie title of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 Oppenheimer, and I think that'd be a great movie.
Probably better than
Probably
Mission
what we got,
Impossible Dead
yeah.
Reckoning Part 1.
So I think that Zone of Interest should win, but I kind of have this feeling that Oppenheimer is going to do a lot of sweeping this year. So I'm kind of leaning towards Oppenheimer as will win.
All right. It's a
I like
risk.
that we have some divergence. This is good.
Yeah, it's good.
Visual effects. The nominees are The Creator, Godzilla -1, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission: Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, and Napoleon. And I think The Creator definitely should win. And I think it will.
Same here.
I also think The Creator should win, but I think Godzilla -1 is going to win.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some love for that movie.
That would be interesting if they picked that, just because it's not an American movie at all. With like,
It does have one in the title.
It does.
Yes, but hominin, unfortunately.
One might say it already won.
Godzilla -1.
-1, 1. All right. Next up, we've got adapted screenplay. They are American Fiction, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. And I have chosen Barbie as both should and will. I think Oppenheimer would have won if Barbie was not in this category, but considering that people are kind of weirded out that it got a adapted screenplay nomination, as well as Greta Gerwig not getting the Best Director nomination, I think this might be one way she will win something or be recognized.
I think Barbie should win, but I think American Fiction will win.
That's what my ballot looks like too. Barbie should, American Fiction will.
Zach, have you seen American Fiction yet?
Nope. I've seen the
Okay.
first 5 minutes and it was really good.
It is so good, you just had to stop.
Yeah. I just didn't have time to continue.
I don't understand how you can watch 5 minutes of a movie and be like, well, I don't have time for this. Like, you didn't know 5 minutes ago you didn't have time for it?
Yes.
Okay.
That. Exactly. Welcome to my life.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
So you thought you had time to watch a movie, and then 5 minutes later
Yes.
something happens. I got you
Yes.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barbie
Okay,
should win just because that's like an impossible script to make good, and somehow they did.
Right. And the fact that it got this adapted nomination is weird
Yeah.
too.
Or
Yeah.
just it didn't have to be good. Like there's no
Mhm.
reason it should have
Right.
been good.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Original screenplay?
Yeah.
The nominees are Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Maestro, May, December, and Past Lives. And I think will and should goes to Anatomy of a Fall.
I agree.
I agree as well. We're all agreed on that one. It's a wash. Might as well just cross it out now. It doesn't matter. Well, between us three, we'll see what the people have on their ballots as well.
Right. All right. Documentary feature film. The nominees are Bobby Wine, The People's President, The Eternal Memory, Four Daughters, To Kill a Tiger, or 20 Days in Mariupol. I've seen none of these, but I think 20 Days in Mariupol should and will win.
I have only seen 20 Days, and therefore it should and will win.
I haven't seen any of these. The title I like the best is To Kill a Tiger, but I think will and should is 20 Days.
It's pretty brutal if you're going to watch 20 Days. It's a, war documentary. So
Okay. Well,
about like civilians, basically. So
it'll be the first brutal movie I've ever seen.
sure.
No children in peril, I'm sure.
No. None, actually. Documentary short film. We've got the ABCs of Book Banning, The Barber of Little Rock, Island in Between, The Last Repair Shop, and Nai and WIPO.
Sure.
I don't know if that's pronounced correct, but that's my best guess. I've got ABCs of Book Banning for Should, just because I'm interested in the topic, and The Last Repair Shop for Will. Wild
That's
guess
exactly
on my part.
Exactly what I have, James.
Really?
Yeah.
Wild.
I've got ABCs of Book Banning as Should and Will, but I will say that Nai and WIPO sounds like the title of an Oscar-winning short film.
Okay.
So
why didn't you pick it then for Should?
I considered it.
Or Will. Yeah.
Just because I think people are more interested in like hot topics like book banning.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
For film editing,
Mm-hmm.
the nominees are Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I thought Killers of the Flower Moon should win, but Oppenheimer will win.
I've got Oppenheimer for Should and Will.
I've got Oppenheimer for Will and Poor Things for Should.
All right. International feature film. There is Io Capitano, Perfect Days, Society of the Snow, The Teacher's Lounge, and The Zone of Interest. I have The Zone of Interest as Should winning, but I think Society of Snow will win.
Oh, interesting. I had doubles for The Zone of Interest.
I'm with James. Zone of Interest takes it.
Nice. Makeup and hairstyling. Some movie called Golda. That's maybe the only movie on here that's feature length that I've never heard of. Golda, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, or Society of the Snow. I'm giving it both to Maestro.
I'm giving it both to Maestro.
I think Poor Things should win, but Maestro will win.
All right.
Okay. For original score, the nominees are American Fiction, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. I think Killers of the Flower Moon should win, but I think Oppenheimer will win.
I also think Killers of the Flower Moon should win. And I think in normal circumstances, Oppenheimer would win. However, with Robbie Robertson having passed away, who did the score for Killers of the Flower Moon, I think he will win.
I had Oppenheimer winning and Poor Things should winning.
All right. For original song, we have The Fire Inside from Flamin' Hot. I'm assuming that's about Cheetos.
I can't believe that movie is Oscar nominated.
Oscar nominated Cheetos. Is that a documentary or a narrative movie?
No, it's a narrative movie. It's one of the like product biopic movies.
Oh,
It's about Doritos, right?
Yes, Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Cheetos. Yeah.
Oh, Cheetos? Okay.
Anyway, so I'm The Fire Inside from Flamin' Hot. I'm Just Ken from Barbie. It Never Went Away from American Symphony. Oh boy. Wazazi, A Song for My People from Killers of the Flower Moon.
Elijah 4.
Oh, you say it, James.
No.
And What Was I Made For from Barbie. And I have I'm Just Ken, Should and Will.
I have I'm Just Ken should, but What Was I Made For will.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yep. Actor in a leading role. It's one of the big categories. We've got Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, Paul Giamatti, The Holdover, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. The only one of these I haven't seen is Coleman Domingo for Rustin, but I definitely don't think that's going to win based on prior award ceremonies. Instead, I have Bradley Cooper, should, and will Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer.
For me, the big race was between Paul Giamatti, who I think everyone in the Academy just kind of has an affection for, and Cillian Murphy, who's kind of doing really well in the Oscar race. Like the SAG Awards, he just won for that. So that's why I'm saying will and should Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer.
I also have Cillian Murphy as Should and Will.
Nice.
For actor in a supporting role, there's Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction, Robert De Niro in Killers of a Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling in Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. I think that Robert De Niro should win because he was great, but I think Robert Downey Jr. will win.
Zach, we are on the same wavelength.
Nice.
I had Robert Downey for Will because if there is a lock on this piece of paper, it's probably that.
Yeah.
But I would love to see Mark Ruffalo be shocked out of his pants and have to go up and give a speech that he probably wasn't prepared for. I think that would be awesome just because he seems like a very genuine person.
Let's see. Actress in the leading role. We have Annette Bening in Naiad, Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller in Anatomy of a Fall, Carey Mulligan in Maestro, and Emma Stone in Poor Things. And I have Sandra Hüller as should win, but Emma Stone will win.
I had Emma Stone for both.
I had Sandra Hüller should win, and I would have put Emma Stone for will win, except Lily Gladstone just won the SAG Awards, and I think that's a really good predictor. So I'm going to say she's going to win the Oscar.
I will say for will win, it was a toss-up for me between Emma Stone and Lily Gladstone.
Yeah. I think I'm giving her both just because I want her to win over Lily Gladstone.
Well, we have a whole category for wants. It's
right,
called
but I think
should.
Emma Stone is going to, and also she should.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Okay.
Actress in a supporting role: Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks in The Color Purple, America Ferrera for Barbie, Jodie Foster for Naiad, and Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. Haven't seen Danielle Brooks or The Color Purple, so I'm really picking from 4 of them. I went with Divine Joy Randolph. Should and will. Just because I kind of feel like this group is kind of weak, to be honest, as far as like picking a favorite personally. How'd you guys do on this one?
Yeah,
I
also
said
have
Divine will.
same here. Got Divine for should and will.
Great.
For animated feature film, there's The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Nimona, Robot Dreams, and Spider-Man: Across the Spider-Verse. And I think Spider-Man: Across the Spider-Verse will and should win.
I also have
Same.
-dash is will and should.
Yep.
Yep. Let's see. For cinematography, we have El Condi, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things. And I have Oppenheimer as should and will for cinematography.
I have no doubt. Go ahead, Zach.
I have Maestro as should, but Oppenheimer will.
Wow. I'm impressed. Totally would love to give my should to Maestro, but I gave it to Poor Things, and I think Oppenheimer is going to take this. It's going to be a part of its, 6 or 7 Oscars it's going to win.
Yeah.
We're on costume design: Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, Oppenheimer, or Poor Things. Should and will, Barbie.
No. Killers of the Flower Moon should, but Barbie will.
No, you guys are both wrong. Poor Things should, but Barbie will.
Okay.
For directing,
Mm-hmm.
there's Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. I think Anatomy of a Fall should win this, but Oppenheimer will.
I've got
Zone of Interest. Oh, go ahead, James.
That's fine. I've got Oppenheimer, will, Poor Things should.
And I have Zone of Interest should and Oppenheimer will.
All right, Kyle,
All right.
bring us home.
Are we ready for the big one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Read it slow.
best
Read it slow.
picture. We have 10 nominations.
Yes.
Could someone please play
Can you read them in
Timpani
alphabetical order?
in alphabetical order?
Yes,
well,
please.
okay. I'm gonna do alphabetical order how they're sorted with by the book style, not this whole what do they start with style. Can we disagree
No,
there?
yeah. Alphabetical order ignores those. That's for sure.
Okay. Whatever.
But
all right.
The holdover starts with a T. Everyone can agree on that.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
And yet they have it in the H spot.
Yeah.
Yes, because alphabetically it goes in the H spot.
Right. Kyle,
James,
didn't you learn this in school?
Yeah, I learned how to alphabetize things. And the does not count.
Right.
Agreed. I totally agree.
Unless you're making a list of movies that start with a very specific letter.
So when we get to T, it's gonna be the lamest. It's like when we get to T, it's all gonna be our favorite the movies.
When we get to T, you're gonna have a lot of options. That's for sure. A lot of options.
It's like,
oh man,
think of it like this, Kyle. If you have a bunch of fridge magnets of all the letters and you're going to write the holdovers, what's the first letter you need to grab?
T.
A T.
So it starts with a T.
Apparently, this was not made clear to me before I made this list, being that I was gone for the A one. So I just jumped in cold feet and got ridiculed for my use
listened
of
to the A1. You listened.
Did you listen to the A1?
Yeah, but guys, I can't remember what we talked about a month ago. You think I remember the A list?
It's the A list.
All right.
All right.
Best Picture. There are 10 nominees, and the nominees are American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. I think that Anatomy of a Fall should win Best Picture, but I think Oppenheimer will win Best Picture.
I think Killers of the Flower Moon should win Best Picture. I liked that movie.
Yeah.
But I think Oppenheimer will win that movie.
And I think Poor Things should win the Best Picture Oscar this year. But I agree with you guys. I think it's pretty well a lock for Oppenheimer. And Christopher Nolan finally getting his Best Picture Oscar. He's never had has he ever had a directing Oscar?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I have 7 Oppenheimer wins on my list.
As shoulds or wills?
As wills.
Yeah. That sounds like it's in the zone.
Christopher Nolan has never won an Oscar.
He's never won an Oscar for anything?
Yeah, for best director or
for directing. Okay, I feel like he's won for maybe a screenplay or something.
I have.
But I don't think that goes to him.
Well, if he wrote the screenplay, he does. That's what I'm trying to say. I think he's won an Oscar for screenplay or something, but I can't tell you what it's for.
Okay.
I have 6 Oppenheimers. I feel like based on the changes they've made with the Academy, I think we're out of the era of movies winning like 10 plus Oscars at this point. I think even like front runners are going to cap out at like 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 7 Oppenheimers, so we're all kind of in the same zone.
Right.
Yeah, Nolan has never won an Oscar.
For anything. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, what would he have won for? They're like sci-fi movies and stuff like that. Comic book movies.
Well, I mean, because he does genre movies, and genre movies don't often get nominated, unfortunately.
Right.
He's been nominated for Dunkirk and Inception for Best Picture, Memento and Inception for writing, and directing for Dunkirk.
So for the Best Picture, he was one of the nominees. Not just the movie was nominated, but he was a part of that, like the names that get nominated for that.
Probably
movie.
A producer.
Oh, his producer. Okay,
Yeah. All right, that is our 2024 Oscar ballot. We're on the record. Cannot change it before the date of the show. Again, just a reminder, if you'd like to join in on the fun, super easy. Click that link in the description of the video or podcast episode you are currently listening to and join in the fun. And join us on the Cinereelists Discord during the airing of the Oscars. We're going to goof around in there. All right. Are you guys ready to play a game?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it's been a while since we've played a proper game on this podcast. We used to do it all the time, at least once a week, but no longer. Now we just kind of randomly do it. This is a game that we've never played before. It's a game that I gave a name to, but I'm cool if we want to come up with a different name for this one. I'm calling it Guess Who, the comedy
Okay.
from 2005 starring Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, the
classic.
I remember that.
The remake
I
of
remember
Guess
that
Who's Coming
comedy.
to Dinner.
What? It's a remake?
I'm pretty sure it's a
Yeah.
spiritual remake of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, the famous color-breaking Sidney Poitier film.
For sure.
Well, I don't like that movie, so I prefer Guess Who. So
You don't like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
I don't like Guess Who's
Have-
Coming to Dinner.
have you
Actually,
seen
no,
it?
wait. I'm confusing Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with the one where the two guys just eat dinner the whole time.
My Dinner with Andre?
My Dinner with Andre. I'm
You didn't-
confusing those two.
James, can I ask a question? Did you just hear Kyle say the title and then completely ignore how he described the movie?
Well, when he described it, that's when I was like, okay, I'm thinking about a different movie. For sure. I don't think I've ever seen Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Should I see it?
It's good. Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm kind of into Sidney Poitier movies since that movie where he's a detective in the South.
In the
that I'm
Heat of the
drawing a
Night.
blank. In the Heat of the Night, yeah.
It's one of
I
Kyle's
like that
favorites.
I gotta say, my first Sidney Poitier movie was The Jackal. Remember
Mhm.
that Richard Gere and Bruce Willis movie?
He was in that?
Yeah, he was like the head of the presidential security or something.
Sure.
And at first I thought, who is this Sam Jackson wannabe?
Wow.
And then little I know that was Sidney Poitier. I was like, oh, okay.
In reality,
That's
it's the other way
amazing.
around.
Right. Well, no, I don't think Sam Jackson was a Sidney Poitier wannabe either, but I
Sure.
didn't recognize the importance of Sidney Poitier as an actor when I saw The Jackal in 1990, whatever.
Sure.
2005's Guess Who, as I mentioned, stars Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher, but there was a female lead in this movie. She's a huge actress in all kinds of ginormous sci-fi movies. What's her name?
Are we playing the game now?
Is it Scarlett Johansson?
Not a part of the game. This is just
Okay.
for fun. Not Scarlett Johansson.
I want to say Brittany Murphy, but that does not fit your description of this actress.
Sure. This actress
So-
is in the MCU.
Well, that doesn't help.
Is it Brie Larson?
Nope. 2005.
Not
2005.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Nope.
Okay. In
She's
sci-fi.
too old.
She's also in one of the biggest sci-fi movie series.
Oh, is this Zoe Saldana?
Zoe Saldana.
Okay. I was
Oh, of course.
I was
it's
remembering
just-
the premise of the movie. I was like, wait, okay, this is the Bernie Mac daughter.
I
Yeah.
wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, it's Bernie
Yep.
Mac's daughter, obviously.
Sure.
So,
Wow.
Can I also confess something?
you don't know who
Never
Bernie
s-
Mac is?
I've never seen Guess Who. Have you guys seen Guess Who?
But
No.
you knew you liked it better than My Dinner with Andre. That's awesome.
Sure. I didn't like Dinner with Andre, so I'm hedging.
Have you seen the
Um,
Community episode that's based off My Dinner with Andre?
Yes. I have
My Dinner
that.
with Abed?
Is that what the name of it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think the Rotten Tomatoes percentage for Guess Who was? Closest to the pin.
42%.
No. A solid 43.
The answer is 42%.
Whoa.
Good job, Kyle. Amazing. Right on the dot. This is not the game, though. This is the game. It's Guess Who. I guess we've kind of played a variation of something like this whenever we play that Family Feud movie game, but this one's a little different. I went to the website Ranker. Do you guys know this website?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Aware of it, yeah.
Okay. On this website, the masses can create lists and then rank them, and then everybody else that comes to the website gets their input, and they rank the same movies and add movies to the list. And if the list is around for a while, it grows into a nice little consensus list based on the topic. I pulled a bunch of lists from that website, the top 10 from each of those lists, And we're just going to bounce back and forth between you guys, and you're going to try to guess a movie that made the top 10 list.
Okay.
1 point
Easy.
for every movie you get on the top 10 list.
Okay.
To begin with, we're just going to keep going till you guys fill out the top 10 list. We'll see how painful that is. If it's too painful, we might stop doing that. But for the first list, I think you guys might be able to get there. This is the... Can somebody keep score for us?
I will.
All right. This is the best romantic comedies of all time. I'm looking for
Rom-coms.
kind of the top 10
Mm-hmm.
best romantic comedies of all time. Kyle, why don't you start us?
Let's go Annie Hall.
No, Annie Hall.
Okay.
Romantic comedy. I'll say Sweet Home Alabama.
No, Sweet Home Alabama. No, so I am wrong. Number 10, Sweet Home Alabama.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Let's go. There's Something About Mary.
No, there's something
It's
about
not a
Mary.
romantic comedy.
I don't know.
Legally Blonde.
No, Legally Blonde.
Miss Congeniality.
No, Miss Congeniality. You guys are bad at this.
You chose rom-coms. You chose like sci-fi.
Just think of very broad, well-loved rom-coms. I mean, come on.
Totally. Yeah. Man, there's one at 13 going on 30.
Some like it hot.
No.
Kyle's
picking things that people
Are
who
not
like
gonna be
Some
on
Like
this
It
list.
Hot are not on the internet ranking things.
There's one that I really want to say. I'll say A Runaway Bride.
The Princess Diaries.
You guys have
My best
one
friend's wedding.
so
My
far.
best
What's-
friend's wedding.
What's the one we have so far?
You have Sweet Home Alabama, and Zach, that's a no.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah, that's definitely
That's
on there.
correct.
That's
Okay,
correct. That
all
was
right.
number 8.
Okay.
That's the one I
Kyle's
was
on
trying
the
to think
board.
of, and I couldn't.
Kyle's on the board.
Princess Bride, although I don't think it's on there.
That's correct.
Number 2, The
Okay.
Princess Bride.
What about Wedding Crashers?
What about Bridesmaids?
You say Bridesmaids, I say
Failure to Launch.
The Wedding Planner.
The Notebook.
comedy.
I don't
No.
know.
10 Things I Hate About You.
That's correct.
that's good.
Number 1, 10 Things I Hate About You. So-
Um,
The people who ranked put 10 Things I Hate About You at number 1. Maybe that'll inform what the rest of this list might be.
maybe Save the Last Dance is on this list. Oh, okay.
She's the Man.
She's the Man.
I mean, I want to say About Time, but I doubt that's on there. So I'm About Time. Nope.
No. There's one that I want to say, but I don't remember it. I just remember the song from it.
I'll accept a song.
You look okay. It's the "Kiss Me" by Sixpence None the Richer. They play that song when she walks down the stairs and she realizes she's actually pretty.
Oh, is that She's All That?
Yeah, she's all that.
Okay. I'm just helping you. Zach, I want to get out of this round, so I'm willing to help you out here.
James, can you say the 4 that we already have?
You have 10 Things I Hate About You, The Princess Bride, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and Sweet Home Alabama.
How about When Harry Met Sally?
That's correct.
Number 5, When Harry
Right.
Met Sally.
It's like okay. It's like the one that doesn't fit with the others. I'm so surprised Legally Blonde isn't on there. Maybe that's not a rom-com, I guess.
There's not a whole lot of romantic in that movie.
Sure. No, I'll give you that. Man, I'm gonna pass for right now while I think.
I'm trying to think of like Sandra Bullock movies.
Yeah, but Miss Congeniality wasn't on there.
I know. Should I be thinking Sandra Bullock movies, James?
Do you guys want me to give you
Whoa.
both a hint?
I mean, I got one more guess, and then you can give hints if you want. The Proposal.
That's correct.
Number
Okay.
4, The
Okay.
Proposal.
Yeah, see, this is not like mid 2000s rom coms. I was not watching these,
Okay.
so this is a tough one.
Zach?
Yeah. What's
Your-
our hint?
What?
What's our hint?
Oh, you want the hint? You've got 5 of them, right? There's 5
We have
points.
6 of them.
Okay, there's 4 left, and all 4 are 90s movies.
Great hint. That was a fantastic hint. Amazing.
That's a good hint.
90s
You guys really have not
rom-com?
been guessing 90s movies.
That's because
90s
we can't
romantic
think of any
comedies.
90s romantic comedies.
because I wasn't
James.
watching rom coms.
These are
Is there-
all
90s.
movies you guys have mentioned on this podcast.
Is
before.
Serendipity one of them?
How about Sliding Doors?
Man, I just can't think of any at all.
2
If you
of
give
them
me a list of,
star
like-
the same lead, male and female.
Oh, okay. I got a couple.
Well, it's my turn. Hold on.
I know. So,
Notting Hill.
what's it called? You've Got Mail.
That's correct.
Okay.
Number 7, You've Got Mail. Zach?
Back to me.
Yep.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah,
That's correct.
That's the other one.
Number 6.
That's the other one.
So you're only missing 2. You're missing number 3 and number 9. So
It's
one that's very high up there and one that's, still in the top 10, but
it's definitely Shakespeare in Love.
It's not. I forgot about Meg Ryan.
I thought this was the easy one.
Kate and Leopold.
Oh man. Pocahontas.
Gigi.
Geely.
Geely, yeah. Did you say
The
Pocahontas?
remake or the original?
Oh yeah. What about like The Wedding Planner?
I already said that one.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Want me to
Is
give
it a
you another
Katherine
hint?
Heigl movie?
There are no Katherine Heigl movies.
No, if we're in 90s, this is pre Katherine Heigl.
Okay. Well, yeah.
You guys want a hint on one of them, or are you
Almost Famous?
I no, I don't know. Forrest Gump.
good? Forrest Gump?
Jenny.
It has a romantic element, but that is not a romantic comedy.
I am running dry here, James.
Sure.
They're scooping. What about the one where he holds a boombox above his head?
You already said Pretty Woman?
That's correct.
Okay.
Number
Oh,
3, Pretty
okay.
Woman.
Kyle, you're
You
at
did
5 and I'm at 4.
Oh.
So unless I can think of number 9, you won romantic comedies.
I think we should just make it one big number for the end.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, you guys want a clue for number 9, or you just want to keep guessing? Still in the 90s. That
I just
holds
can't
solid.
think. I'm not deciding between titles. I'm trying to think of any title.
Zach, I'm in the same boat. Like I was.
If I had a
thinking-
list of 50 movies in front of me, I would be much better at this.
Uh-huh.
All right, James, I have one more guess, and then I'm dry.
Then okay.
Okay. Clueless.
That's correct.
Okay.
Number 9, Clueless.
Whoa. Well done, Kyle.
You guys did it. I didn't even have to give too many super obvious clues. All right.
Man, more people gotta be watching Some Like It Hot.
That's a good movie.
Your next category is time travel movies.
Ooh. Okay.
Time travel movies. Kyle went first last time. Zach goes first this time.
Back to the Future.
That's correct.
Number 1.
Back to the Future Part 2.
That's correct.
Number 4. Zach?
Sure. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what people might actually say. Would they say Back to the Future Part 3? That's my guess.
That's your guess?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Number 9 for Back to the Future Part 3.
Ooh, would people say that Edge of Tomorrow is a time travel movie?
Is that your guess?
It is.
That's correct.
Number 6.
Oh, wow. Other than Groundhog Day is my guess.
That's correct.
Number 5.
Would people say Palm Springs is a time travel movie?
I mean, they might, but it's not.
But they
in the
don't
top
hear.
10.
Okay.
Not in the top 10. Zach?
Sure. Let's say people have seen Primer. We'll go with Primer.
Ooh, good.
People have seen Primer.
I'm gonna go back to About Time for my rom-com list.
Time Cop.
Demolition Man.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time.
What's that Ethan Hawke one from 2014?
It's definitely not that one.
That it's probably just beat me. Yeah.
You're thinking of Premonition or something like that?
No,
Incoherent. I don't know what it was.
I can't think what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
How many do we have, James?
You have Back to the Future 2, Part 2 and Part 3, and Edge of Tomorrow and Groundhog Day. How many was that?
Bill and
5?
Ted's Excellent Adventure.
That's correct.
Number 10, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I don't. I'm gonna say Bogus Journey, but if that's number 10, I don't think it made the top 10. So Bogus Journey, yeah.
Not a
We're
time
tied up
travel
again,
movie.
Kyle.
Okay.
Okay, it's my guess.
Mhm. I can't believe you guys are missing this major time travel franchise.
It's a big time travel movie we're missing.
It's a franchise.
Yeah. Ginormous.
It's a franchise. Okay,
Yes.
How about Harry Potter? There's time travel in one of those Harry Potter movies.
The Time Traveler's Wife. It's right there in the title.
Sure,
Yeah.
it is in the title. I agree.
That's a good
Missing
movie, by the way.
franchise.
A whole franchise?
Mm-hmm.
Time travel franchise. Oh,
You thought of one, Kyle?
I did, but go ahead.
Okay, let me see if I can make it happen for us. This is, I'll say Wonder Woman.
I'm gonna
That's a good
say
guess. There is time travel in that.
that's good. Yeah. What about Terminator 2: Judgment Day?
That's correct.
Number 3,
Okay.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
That's good. What about Terminator?
That's correct.
Number 2, The Terminator.
Oh, I doubt Rise of the Machines is is on that list.
You guys have 8 so far. 2 more to get. What do you think, Kyle?
What about Looper?
That's correct.
Number 8,
Okay.
Looper.
Okay.
Only one missing. It's number 7 on the list.
Where was Looper number 8?
Looper was number 8.
What about The Navigator?
Oh, Flight of the Navigator. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's too recent. Oh, what about Interstellar?
I don't think that's a time travel movie. Well, it's a time slowing movie.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a
It's
time interactive
timey-wimey.
movie. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, there's time elements. What about Captain America?
Time Machine.
Let me know when you guys want a hint.
That Jake Gyllenhaal movie where he jumps back to the train over and over.
Oh, source code.
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame.
I don't know.
Yeah, I could use a hint. We have one left, right?
All right. This
Yeah.
last movie has a number in it in the title.
A number in it. I mean, they're not counting 2001: A Space Odyssey as a time travel movie, are they?
Is that your guess?
Yes. Okay, good.
13 going on 30?
A number in it. Oh, 12 Monkeys.
That's correct.
Yeah.
12 Monkeys.
nice.
Number 7.
Very nice.
Good job. I mean, I'm kind of impressed that you guys can get there on all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys know a lot of movies. All right, let's go to the best biopics or biopics ever made. Kyle, you're up.
Let's go Oppenheimer.
Ray.
That's correct.
Number 5, Ray.
Walk the Line.
That's correct.
Number 3, Walk the Line.
That's good. That was really good. This is gonna be a hard category for me.
This could be tough, yeah.
Is it?
It will, yes. Malcolm X.
That's a good guess, though. That's a good biopic. It's racist that it's not on here.
All the President's Men. Okay.
Oh boy.
You guys have gotten Walk the Line and Ray.
Mm-hmm.
We have, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at 8 very well-known movies.
Yeah. Just drawing a blank a little bit. I'll pass right now.
Kyle, your vote died. Is this game make your brain hurt?
It's just like trying to like recall movies
The
like
name
that
Right.
fast. Yeah.
Sure.
James, I think next time we play this, I'll administer and I will give you guys like a list of like 100 options for each one. And then you can pick them from the list. And then
Okay.
the goal is just pick the top 10, right?
So you're gonna read through 100 options?
You don't have to.
No, but it's what he's saying is like Zach's gonna give us a list. We try to figure out what of this 100, what are the top 10?
Sure.
Yeah.
Good luck finding 100 time travel movies.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well,
Google
I'm
can
sure
do that for you.
Ranker. I'll just take Ranker's list, their whole list, and then randomize them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I keep thinking movie, and then we keep talking. Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Oh, the
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single biopic movie.
I think you guys are thinking too hard about biopic. Think more movies about real life people.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Sure. Just throw out any movie about a real life person.
JFK.
Maybe even a movie that you like a lot that happens to be about a real life person.
Well, I don't really care for Bohemian Rhapsody, but that's my guess.
That's correct.
Number
Wow,
7,
okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Braveheart.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Number 8,
Braveheart.
It's not a biopic.
It's just going by what Ranker
Quite
says.
inaccurate, but that's all right. I mean, I guess in that case, let's go Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Okay.
That would have been awesome. Let's do Gladiator.
Schindler's List.
That's correct.
Number
Okay.
1, Schindler's
Wow.
List.
So embarrassing. Man,
So
I don't
much
know.
silence on
Dunkirk.
this episode.
Dunkirk. Yeah. So I know this is not a biopic, but people are people. Forrest Gump. Okay.
People are people. That's true.
Mm-hmm. So why should it be?
I just have no idea right now. John Adams.
No, that was a miniseries. Sorry.
Yeah, miniseries.
Okay. How about Lincoln? Mm.
I'll give you a hint. One of these was a Best Picture winner.
Silence of the Lambs.
Best Picture biopic.
One of these is on your top 100 list.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
I should amend that. One of these is on Kyle's top 100
A
list.
top 100 of mine.
I believe it's in
That's
the
a
top 100.
Biopic.
It's definitely
The
a movie you
Orphanage.
really like.
The Orphanage. Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready for hints?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
The number one movie was Schindler's List. There's another Spielberg movie on this list.
Bridge of Spies. Another biopic by Spielberg. That's not Bridge of Spies. It's not Lincoln. We've already said Schindler's List. Is it The Post? It's not Indiana Jones. I'm just talking out loud, so there's not just dead silence.
Oh yeah, I'm just
here.
thinking through Spielberg movies.
Yeah.
And like Jaws, Duel, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones. None of these are biopics.
War Horse.
Good guess.
That is a good guess.
I mean, it's a good
Um,
guess because it's based on a true story. I don't know if it's.
Did they put Saving Private Ryan as a biopic? Okay.
It's just not.
Oh. What about Amadeus?
That's
no.
correct.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's correct.
I was so
Oh.
excited for that one.
Amadeus, number 10. That's the one is that on your top 100, Kyle?
It is on top 100, yes.
Okay. I had it
Yeah.
right.
I can't believe that's the number 10 biopic of all time.
A lot of people like that
Amadeus.
movie.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Amistad.
Right.
Amadeus should be on there.
You should guess Amistad, though, because that is a Spielberg movie.
Amistad.
Okay.
I don't think that's about one particular person, is it?
Beethoven.
The dog movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're thinking Maestro.
Too recent.
Yeah, I think. Why can't we, Zach? Why can't we think of a Spielberg biopic?
You can. You're just dancing around it. You're giving me other ones that.
Okay, so
Always.
all right, so Zach, we gotta go through here. Like we got Saving Private Ryan in '98. Then we got AI.
It's gonna take forever.
After AI, we got the Tom Cruise movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vanilla Sky.
No, and then we had the other Tom Cruise. No, he had the two. He had War of the Worlds, and then he also had Minority Report.
Yeah.
And then what came after that? What's like a mid 2000s Spielberg movie? Like we got War Horse, but what's between like War of the Worlds and War Horse?
You want me to give you guys another hint related to that one?
Sure.
The actor who starred in this Spielberg movie won an Oscar, not for this movie, but for another one
Oh, so it's Oscar winner.
within the last couple of years.
This hint is just.
Well, within the last 4 or 5 years.
These are not helpful hints.
All right. How about this movie directed by Steven Spielberg, stars Leonardo DiCaprio?
Catch Me If You Can?
That's correct.
Catch Me If You Can.
That was the one, Zach. That was the one that was between
Wow.
like War Horse and Minority Report, War of the Worlds. I cannot think of
Yeah.
it.
What about Titanic?
Oh, we're not done.
Nope.
Oh, so I really thought that would
No, we have
also on
three
this
more.
list at number 2, Martin Scorsese movie.
Goodfellas.
That's correct.
Goodfellas. Yes.
Oh, that's real?
Yeah,
is-
that's real. I just
I
did
mean,
not think of it as a
roughly
biopic.
it's real.
yeah.
Casino?
What about Elvis?
Nope. Here's a movie about a mathematician.
A Beautiful Mind.
That's correct.
Okay.
Do you
That
remember
one
the
was-
mathematician's name, Kyle?
No, Russell Crowe.
John Nash.
John Nash. I thought he was a basketball player.
Well, I know Nash is right. I don't know about the
No, that's Steve Nash, who's a basketball player.
One left. It's the number 9 on this list, right above Amadeus, right below Braveheart. This movie has royalty in it.
King's Speech.
That's correct.
Oh, I was going to say
King's
Gandhi.
Speech. The
Okay.
King's Speech.
King's Speech. Nice.
Gandhi should have been on there.
All right.
Whew.
Let's do like a little bit of a palate cleanser, and
Okay.
then we'll go into one or two more. This is according to Ranker, top 10 favorite movie snacks. I don't know who goes first.
Zach, you go first.
I'm going to say popcorn.
That's correct.
Number 1, popcorn.
I'm going to say nachos.
That's correct.
Number 10, nachos.
I'll say Junior Mints.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, we gotta go M&M's.
That's correct.
Number 4, M&M's.
Soda?
That's correct.
I'll give it to you. Coca-Cola. Number 3.
Yeah.
What about Twizzlers?
Licorice?
Okay, don't give
You
him
can tell
licorice.
how often I buy. You can tell how often I buy snacks at the movie.
What about like a slushie?
You say slushy, I say
Jujubes. I don't even know what that is,
Ooh.
but Jujubes.
yeah, Zach's buying candy in the 90s and early 2000s.
I haven't gotten snacks in 10 years.
What's like the malted chocolate cover thing in the yellow box? Milk Dud.
Hot dog.
Pizza.
Think brands.
Brands. Hershey's.
We said M&M's already, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Skittles.
That's correct.
Number 7.
Candy bars.
I think he wants more specific. Which who people are
Snickers.
eating candy?
What'd you say?
Snickers.
I can't imagine buying a candy bar and eating it during a movie. That's just such a
You
weird.
can't imagine it? Why would that
No.
be strange?
I don't know. It's
What would
just-
be odd about that?
I mean, maybe it's about the
Give
wrapper.
me one reason. What
Okay.
about the wrapper?
I don't think they sell candy bars at movie theaters.
Right, because like you're constantly like either you're taken out of the wrapper, which is polite to your fellow people around you. Zach, come on, you know I've got a thing about this, okay?
But you had no problem suggesting Skittles.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't get
way
them.
more-
Ooh, yeah, but I don't get them. Starburst. Oh,
You were excited about Starburst.
I was really excited about Starburst. I have a core memory of eating Starburst in the movie theater.
Reese's.
That's correct.
Number 8, Reese's. Reese's what?
Pieces.
That's correct.
Number 8, Reese's Pieces.
What about like a pretzel?
That's a good answer. I would have gone with pretzel.
Yeah.
All right, James. I'm about to blow this wide open
Okay.
with my guess. Once I think of it, it's gonna revolutionize this game. And it's gonna be. Are you ready for this?
I am.
It's gonna be good. Lollipops.
You have never had a lollipop at a movie theater. That sounds insane. I don't know why. I mean, it's the kind of thing you could eat in a movie theater. Wouldn't be a big deal, but
I will.
they probably just don't want everything to be all sticky. That's
Right. Oh yeah, movie theaters really care about
And
not
yet-
serving you sticky
Yet
things.
they are.
I mean, what do they serve that's sticky?
Soda.
Well, it's not the same sticky as a lollipop.
You spill on the floor. it is.
M&M's.
I think M&M's was already said.
No, he's
Yeah,
saying
but they're
sticky,
sticky.
things.
M&M's
can-
are not sticky.
Yeah, they are.
Can I say sour candy, or do you have to be more specific, or are you just gonna beat me because there's not even on there?
That was a lot of questions.
Okay.
Kyle. Did you have an answer in there somewhere?
Yeah, sour candy.
That's correct.
Sour
Okay.
Patch Kids. I will
Okay.
give you it. Sour Patch Kids. That was number 2. So you've gotten popcorn, Sour Patch Kids, Coca-Cola, M&Ms, Skittles, Reese's Pieces, and nachos.
Is
Pepsi?
Pepsi one of them? Okay.
Beer?
Yeah, this is alcoholic drinks in general.
What are the hip kids getting these days at their movie theater? They're like, I want some snackies. Give me some
I thought
Crushed
this was gonna be
crackers.
easy.
Crushed
Give me some
fentanyl.
crackers.
I don't know.
Crushed fentanyl. Nope. It's dark.
Cookies.
I'll give you a hint. Number 5 is a drink.
We already said slushy. Is it
You
Slurpee?
did?
Yeah, I said
You said
slushy.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I'll give it to you.
I said slushy a while ago.
Sorry,
I'll-
I missed it.
I'll give it to you.
It's icy, but slushy is close enough. for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Is that the
Okay.
drink?
The next one you're missing is a type of candy bar.
Milky Way.
Almond Joy.
This candy bar is known for its shareability.
Yeah, it's Kit Kat.
That's correct.
Kit Kat. Kit
No, that's a weird one.
Kat.
Zach, do you remember at the pool buying Kit Kats and a pretzel, putting the Kit Kats on the pretzel and then trying to use the foil from the Kit Kats to melt the Kit Kat on the pretzel?
I remember watching you do it
you never participated in this?
because you had the money to afford the pretzel and the Kit Kat.
Oh.
Well, I was trying to grab coins that fell in between the wood panels of the
Yeah,
seats.
you also had the money to afford the pool membership, though.
Was this when you guys were like 8 or something?
Yeah, this is the community pool.
Yeah.
Did
Sure.
No, it wasn't community. It was private.
Yeah, but it was the pool in the community.
Right, but it was not open to the public, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have one more to get. This one, the clue is the answer has words from a previous answer in it.
Peanut M&M?
Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Wait, it has words from the previous answer?
It has words
Diet
from
Coke?
You're like thinking the right way. I'll say that.
Sugar-free.
Popcorn butter.
Kettle popcorn.
A type of
Starburst, sour Starburst.
it's a type of
Reese's
candy.
peanut butter cups.
That's correct.
Ooh,
Reese's
nice.
peanut butter cups.
Again,
That's
a
the
weird
10.
choice for a movie.
All right, let's do let's
Agreed.
let's do one more and see where we're at.
Okay.
This is, according to Ranker, the best hipster movies.
Oh, jeez.
I don't even know what that
Hipster.
means.
You don't know what a hipster is?
James, could you, yeah, I do, but can you look at the list and just give us a working definition of what a hipster movie is?
Yeah, it's a movie that people who think they're cool like.
Oh, Pierre LeFou.
But also they're movies that you probably like.
Okay. I think I know what this list is going to be.
They're like
pretentious.
basic good movies that are under
Well,
the radar.
yeah,
You know what I
don't-
mean?
Okay.
Who's first?
Who
I
goes
don't
first?
remember. I think Zach goes first.
Memento.
The Dark Knight.
You thought you had it figured out. 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Pulp Fiction.
That's correct.
Number 2,
Oh.
Pulp Fiction.
Reservoir Dogs?
What's that Natalie Portman, Zach Braff movie? No, what's it called? I can't think of it.
It's
Right
Garden
now.
State.
Garden State. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. Inception.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Think more indie, more twee.
Or
Okay.
twee?
I got some answers.
Juno?
That's correct.
Number 8, Juno.
500 Days of Summer.
Napoleon Dynamite.
These are great guesses, but no, not in the top 10.
Hipster movies.
Hipster movies.
Think Hot Topic t-shirts.
I will think about that, James.
I haven't thought about
what
a Hot
about-
Topic t-shirt in like 25 years. Nope, 30 years.
American Splendor.
American Splendor. I mean, sure. I mean, I
That's a
might put
hipster
that
movie.
in hipster movies, but not in a top 10. Not enough people have seen that movie.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Oh, Kyle. No, but you
Scott
are
Pilgrim.
you're in the zone on that
Oh, Scott
one.
Pilgrim
No,
was
Scott
that it?
Pilgrim.
No, Scott
Really?
Pilgrim.
What about The Spectacular Now?
Across the Universe.
What's that movie like? It's like with Ryan Reynolds, like Wonderland or Escape from Wonderland, or I think Kristen Stewart's in it. What am I thinking of?
I don't know, but you're wrong.
Okay.
The Way Back.
Into the Wild.
Antoine Fisher.
What? No, that is not a hipster movie. How dare you?
Hipster. What's it? What are the cool people like?
Movies that hipsters would watch.
The
and
Perks
enjoy.
of Being a Wallflower.
That's correct.
Number 7.
What?
Hey, that was a
Kyle,
crazy
the-
pull.
The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh my
I've never even seen it.
This list is such a time capsule.
I mean, you've got Pulp Fiction so far, and Juno, and The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
But
These three movies I wouldn't normally put in the same boat, but they do feel like hipster movies.
What about? Okay, go ahead, Zach.
I'll defer to you. I'd like to hear what you have to say.
The Spectacular Now.
You already said that.
Well, I'm saying it again because Zach, maybe James didn't count it like a slushy.
Nope.
Slushy.
Yep.
I see. All right. What do like pretentious 20-year-olds like? Boondock Saints.
Ooh. Room.
Yeah, hipsters are
The Room.
binge watching Room.
I'm just on Brie Larson right now.
I can't believe you guys haven't named one movie from the King of Pretension.
Who's the? Oh, let's go with Rushmore.
Tree of Life.
Let's go with the Grand Budapest Hotel. Oy.
I Heart Huckabees.
Ooh, that was good. Darjeeling Limited.
Kyle's gonna get it one of these times. He's just running through the whole filmography.
I don't need names, right?
What?
What?
Do I need names?
Need names?
Do I need a name of the movie or can I describe it?
You can describe
You
it.
can describe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gwyneth Paltrow tries to commit suicide in it by cutting herself in a sink.
Oh,
The Royal
Royal
Tenenbaums.
Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
Nope.
And it's not Gwyneth. I thought it was one of the Wilsons who tries to kill himself.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But what about Steve Zissou instead? But they love those.
That's a good guess. That's probably his most pretentious movie, in my opinion.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
What came after? Oh, Paris Dispatch, whatever it's called. What's that
French
movie called?
Dispatch.
French Dispatch. Yeah. What Wes Anderson movie are we missing?
One of them. It's a real catch me if you can.
Bottle Rocket.
Yeah. Oh no.
I think you've named all of them except the one that it is.
Isle of Dogs. Okay. Cannot think of a Wes Anderson movie.
Oh,
I mean,
what's
you
the
haven't
one on
named
the-
his most popular movie of all time.
What about the one on the island where they're like in a camp of like Boy Scouts?
Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Zach for describing it.
That's for Zach.
That's
For
correct.
Zach. Yep.
Moonrise Kingdom.
My favorite
three.
Wes Anderson. I couldn't even think of it because I'm not pretentious and I like that movie. Henceforth.
Okay. All right. Do you guys want me to start giving you real clues?
Yes,
'Cause this is
please.
going to be a while. Okay. Let's go from the bottom. This is an
Okay.
80s movie.
Say anything.
It's set in high school.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Are you going to let Zach guess?
No.
Breakfast
I'm not.
Club.
That's correct.
Breakfast Club. Yes. Okay. The number 9 has a French word in it.
Amélie.
That's correct.
Amelie.
Yeah.
Number 9. 8 was Juno. 7 was The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Number 6, you guys have not gotten. There's 2 words in this title.
Big Fish.
Okay. 2 words and
It's not The Breakfast Club.
it's Dinner with Andre.
It's Lunch Lady.
The Diner.
It's not The Breakfast Club.
It's
That's a
the
lot of
Lunch
movies,
Bunch.
James. A lot of movies are not The Breakfast Club.
Just it's not The Breakfast Club, but it's the
16 Candles. It's the Goonies. It's the Outsiders. Are you counting the as a word in this case? So is it 3 words?
it's 2.
Is it, so
Definitely
it's not
two.
the something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is an 80s movie also?
This is a late 90s movie.
That's not the
The
Breakfast
Matrix.
Club. Wait, have we determined that it's the something yet?
It's not the something.
Okay.
It's not The Breakfast Club is his clue.
It's not.
It's not The Breakfast Club. It's
Fight Club.
That's
Club.
correct.
Club.
Fight Club. Fight Club. Big Mr. Darkness.
Big Mr. Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Large Sir Black. Meet Joe Black.
Little Miss
Big-
Sunshine.
That's correct.
Little Miss
Oh,
Sunshine.
okay. Antonyms. Okay.
All right, and your final one, number 4, is from a director that I love and Zach hates.
Tim Burton.
That's correct.
What movie?
Edward
Big
Scissorhands.
Eyes.
That's correct.
Edward Scissorhands is correct. Can you guys stomach one more? Or are we done?
I mean, it's got to be
Sure.
something like comedy.
Let's play
Or-
one more.
Okay.
This one will be a little different. You just have to, whoever guesses one movie off this list,
Okay.
and then we'll finish the list. Okay. You just have to
Okay.
guess one off
All
this
right.
entire list. I was born in November. This is the best movies for Scorpios.
For November's.
Best movie for Scorpios.
And could you tell us what a give us what's a
November.
Scorpio?
Oh, like the characteristics of a Scorpio?
Right, exactly. If
They're
we're gonna go all
toxic, right? They're like
astrology here.
aggressive. Aren't they aggressive and like they don't take any flack from anyone?
Said to have intense passion and a magnetic aura. Characterized by transformation and deep relationships, determined and forceful, loyal and fierce, secretive with an air of mystery around them, and an independent character who crackles with an intensity and charisma that makes them unignorable.
That describes James to a T.
Movies for Scorpios. You just got to guess 1 out of 10. You take the whole list.
Okay. Zach, you want to go first or shall I?
Movies for Scorpios.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can go first.
Scorpio. No, I meant Serpico. Shoot.
Twilight.
Wolf of Wall Street.
I'll give you another Hint.
Pulp
I
Fiction.
like all these movies.
Great hint. Pulp Fiction.
The Matrix.
Juno.
Inception.
Dark Knight.
Inglorious Bastards.
The Notebook.
Mission Impossible.
You guys are just guessing movies.
Well,
You're not even thinking about it.
Wait, hold on. What should our strategy be,
I
James?
have no strategy here. I'm just trying
Walk
to think
me
of like
through the strategy.
dude movies. So
Movies for people who were born in November.
what does that mean?
Movies for people born in November.
That James also likes.
The Cider House Rules.
The Cider House. It's a top 10 movie on any list ever.
Charlie
Maybe
Brown
top 10 Ang Lee
Thanksgiving
movies.
Pumpkin Patch one.
Yeah, I was thinking Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is good. I like it. Blindness. You like that movie?
Movies for people born in November. Memento.
You like kids?
He does like that movie. Lord of the Rings.
Tron Legacy.
Parent Trap.
The Mission.
I didn't say it
Labor
was a top
Pains.
100 movie.
Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Oh, when you guys get this, it's
Parenthood.
going to be amazing.
Braveheart. Okay, wait. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Are any of these 10 movies we've already said? Like this whole game?
No.
Okay. That would have been helpful.
I don't think so.
Apollo 13. Okay, let me get in the mind of a Scorpio. Okay, this is someone who believes in astrology.
Oh, okay, here we go. How about Rise of the Scorpion King?
Weird pick.
Got Scorpio in it.
Okay. It's not that kind of list, Kyle. Too clever.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't even know what this list is. Like,
What
you-
do
you
November
basically just
people
told me
actually? Are you a
randomly
Scorpio,
pick-
James?
Yeah, that's why I picked it.
So what do November people like? That's such a silly hint.
do November people
November
like,
Rain.
how about the November Man?
Sweet Home Alabama. Oh, okay, no, we said that. You Got Mail.
Goldeneye. Hey, if you guys just want to listen to two guys list movies for the next hour, keep listening.
Yeah, that's
with
That's-
beeping.
That's what your game is, James.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a movie and saying it. I have no context if this movie counts or not. Star Wars, Empire
it's a
Strikes Back,
Is
Return
it a
of the Jedi.
Scorpio movie?
That mean.
Can you define a Scorpio again?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry if this is frustrating you, James.
Intense passion and magnetic aura. Characterized by transformation and deep relationships, determined and forceful, loyal and fierce, with an air of mystery around them. Independent characters who crackle with
Is this
intensity.
definition on the ranker list, or is it just
No.
you Googled it?
Does
No,
this
no, I Googled
definition
it.
define
What does the ranker
any
list
of the
say?
movies on this list?
What does the ranker list say? Let's see. I don't know if it'll actually give that.
Ooh.
Oh, it does give that exclamation. You want me to
What
read
does
it?
say? Yeah.
When asked which kinds of movies Scorpios will like, the answer relates to the natural qualities that tend to characterize those born under the sign. Scorpios are, first and foremost, nothing if not incredibly passionate. Movies that manage to work in a little steaminess tend to be right up their alley. They are also one of the Zodiac's most
50
gifted
Shades of Grey.
observers.
Body Heat.
So great movies for Scorpios may also include those that delve into the hidden or deeper nature of the human mind. That's actually a pretty decent hint, I would say.
Beautiful Mind.
Here's more. Often drawn to magic. Movies that deal with the occult or the mysterious
Harry
are
Potter.
also great choices. No Harry Potter.
How about Pan's Labyrinth?
No Pan's Labyrinth.
Well, then what the hell are Scorpios doing?
I know this. Hold on, I know this. This is the horror franchise that has found footage, and James likes the third one best.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about The Cell?
What's the one where they are lost in the woods and the witch finds them?
Hansel and Gretel?
No,
The
no,
Witch?
no, no, no.
The
They
Witch?
filmed themselves, and it's
Blair
like
Witch
the
Project.
Forest Witch. Yeah.
Blair Witch Project. No.
How about Basic
these-
Instinct?
I'll give you another hint. Most of these are movies guys like.
Really?
Yeah.
So funny. Inception.
You guys have guessed so many Nolan movies, but not the one on this list.
Oh, that's
Memento?
a big hint. Insomnia.
Interstellar?
Dunkirk.
Catch me if you can situation again. You're gonna guess all the movies around it.
Dark Knight Rises.
Batman Begins?
Batman Begins.
What came after Inception?
Coherence.
No, after
Groundhog
that
Day.
was Interstellar, and after Interstellar was Dunkirk, and after Dunkirk was Tenet? Oppenheimer.
You've literally named all of them except the one. it
Tree of
is.
Life.
Why can't I think of this Nolan movie? Oh, The Prestige.
The
What?
Prestige.
No,
the
you
Prestige.
said there was
the
one
Prestige.
more.
It was The Prestige.
Okay.
That's correct.
Kyle takes the list. At number 6, The Prestige.
Hold on. The Prestige is a movie for Scorpios.
According
it's got
to
an air
Ranker.
of mystery with passion.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's hear them.
Number 10, Secretary.
Okay.
Number 9, Sin City. These are movies I like. Number 8, A Clockwork Orange. Number 7, True Romance. Number 6, The Prestige. Number 5, The Oddball, The Magnificent Seven.
This is
Number
really
4.
a random list of movies.
Number 4, Double Jeopardy.
Wait, they actually judge like Tommy Lee
Sure.
Jones movie? Okay.
Number 3, Cruel Intentions. Number 2, V for Vendetta. And number 1, The Craft.
See, if you like took all these top 10 lists and out of context gave them to people and said, "Hey, what is this a top 10 of?"
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, I think people could make a connective thread. They'd be like, "Oh, this is rom-coms," or "These are movies cool people like." And they see
Sure.
this and they're like, "Is there a character actor in all of these? Like, is it the same caterer? Like, what's the
Sure.
connective thread?"
I think there is generally connective tissue for 7 or 8 of these, but
Okay.
Magnificent Seven and Double Jeopardy definitely throws it off the scent.
How
I would
many
say.
votes does this one have compared to others? Like, is there not recency bias, or is it because is a small sample size so like some person could throw off the whole list?
The number 1 movie, The Craft, on this list has 165 votes.
Okay, now go to the rom-com list or one of the other ones we did.
Okay.
And how many votes does that number 1 movie have?
Well, I'm sure the rom-com one definitely has more because it's such a broad
Can I-
list.
Can I do a slightly different version of this list for you guys?
Sure. On the rom-com list, the number 1, 10 Things I Hate About You, has 3,153 votes.
Okay, so like 300 times the participation.
Right.
Okay.
You got it. I trust the Scorpio list more, though, because anybody that's actually going to vote on that list probably knows what a Scorpio is. You know what I mean? And has an opinion on what they like. Otherwise, why would you be there? You ready, Zach?
Oh, I'm ready.
Hit us.
Okay. I'm going to tell you the top 10 movies in a ranker list, and you tell me what the ranker list is.
Okay.
Okay.
So for every movie, you both get a guess. Okay.
Okay.
Number 10, Babe.
Top 10 Leo movies.
Top 10 movies featuring an animal.
No.
Okay.
Number 9, The Usual Suspects.
Top 10 90s movies.
No.
Top 10. Movies with the same writer director.
No. Number 8, Jumanji.
Top 90s. I just watched Jumanji.
Top 10 movies featuring a bull.
No.
Yeah, this has to be animal movies. But what animals in Usual Suspects? Yeah. Top 10 dog movies.
No. Number 7, Apollo 13.
90s again.
Top 10 movies starring Gary Sinise. Isn't he in Apollo 13?
He is. Top
And
10
famously in Jumanji.
90s adaptations from a book.
No. Number 6, Casino.
90s. These are all 90s.
Top 10 movies produced by Martin Scorsese.
No.
Top 10 highest ranked movie of each year of the 90s decade.
No.
Okay.
Number
I
5,
think they could
Heat.
do that.
Michael Mann.
Top 10 movies based on a true story. Babe.
Top 10 movies that take place in LA?
No. Number 4,
Apollo
Die Hard
13
with a
takes place
Vengeance.
in LA.
I don't know. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Die Hard
New York
4?
City? No, that's Die Hard 3.
Die Hard 3.
Die Hard 4.
3.
Oh, Die Hard 3? Is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah, with a vengeance.
Top 10 movies featuring a man with a sandwich board sign.
Close. Kyle?
Top 10 movies featuring a truck.
No, he wasn't close. Number 3, Braveheart.
This list has no connective tissue.
No, they're all from the 90s. There is a
Sure.
reason they're all from the 90s.
Top 10 90s kid movies.
Is it The Composer?
No.
Okay.
Do you know number 2?
Yeah.
7.
Top 10 movies watched by kids too early.
No.
Are these like best 90s movies of a certain director or something?
No.
No. Kyle's definitely on a better track than James is.
Okay.
Number 1, Toy Story.
Top 10 movies that won an Oscar.
Zach, is it top 10 90s movies something?
I mean, that's close
Is
Okay.
is the 90s part of the list?
in a way.
In a way.
In a
Okay.
way.
Like top 10 grunge kid movies. I don't know.
Toy Story 7, Braveheart, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Heat, Casino, Apollo 13, Jumanji, The Usual Suspects, and Babe all came
Yeah,
out.
Are these like just
In
top,
Top
10?
10 movies of 1995?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a specific year.
Nice.
Top movies of 1995.
Why can I put it all together the same year? That's ridiculous. I think because I thought
you
Casino.
you knew. Yeah.
I thought Casino was like 92. So I think that just. And like Heat seemed earlier to me. So I think some of those I didn't lock as 95 movies.
I don't
Do you-
really put any of those in the exact same year, but I do know the year Toy Story came out. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Okay. That was interesting. It was faster. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Less guessing. All right. Thank you for joining us for this episode 622 of the Cinereelists podcast. Hopefully that was fun to listen to. Give us some feedback on that game. Maybe you have a variation that would go a little smoother. Don't forget, there's a video version of this podcast on YouTube. You can also find us on Patreon, patreon.com/Cinereelists. Leave us an Apple Podcast review, 5 stars only. Do any of those kinds of things. We'd appreciate. You could also send us a listener email, heyguys@cinereelists.com. And don't forget, you've got until March 10th, before the Oscars start, to click the link in the description and join our Oscar pool and possibly join us on Discord for Oscar chat during the Oscars. That's always fun to do. You could also follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, or Letterboxd at YoJRB.
You can follow me on Twitter or Letterboxd at Shaubin.
And I'm just on Letterboxd at Peter SKB.
We'll be back next week with Dune 2. Can't wait to talk Dune 2, the nearly 3-hour sequel to Dune 1. I've heard a couple spoiler-free reviews that basically say they leave it open for a Dune 3. Hopefully not as open as Dune 1 did. That's for sure.
My understanding is that Denis Villeneuve wants to make a Dune 3.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if it happens based on the success of Dune 2.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a test because Dune 1 got the benefit of the doubt being a mid-pandemic movie that was released direct to streaming. So even though the box office wasn't huge on that movie, it was a weird time.
It did good enough for a second one.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably the second one, we got a second one because it did so well on streaming and also did decently in a time when people weren't going to movie theaters in the theater. And so they were like, well, maybe if we had released this at a normal, big budget movie time. We'll see next week. Until then, keep it cinereal.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.